The 1800s arrive with little fanfare. There is no sudden shift, no great parade. A new century begins the way most days do, quietly. In the towns, bells ring faintly. In the countryside, roosters crow at the same hour as before. There are no smartphones counting down the new era. Only ticking clocks, pendulums swinging gently, marking another ordinary morning. Horses still pull carriages. Roads are still rutted, but whispers of change ride the wind. In workshops dimly lit by oil lamps, tinkerers hammer, solder, and dream. In New England, a man builds a machine that spins thread faster. In New York, someone sketches an engine on parchment smudged with coal dust. These are not grand moments. They are quiet, private. A soft clank here, a small flame there. The word industry is still unfamiliar to most ears, but it spreads, slowly. Meanwhile, the people still rise before dawn. Most still work the land, plowing, planting, harvesting. They measure time by the moon, not the market. A good day is one with enough food and not too much rain. They have not yet seen factories or trains. They still dry herbs by the window and boil laundry in big black kettles. But change is coming. It hums low in the background. By 1825, the Erie Canal opens, an idea so simple it nearly goes unnoticed. But it changes everything. Boats drift slowly from Buffalo to Albany, carrying timber, flour, and whispers of expansion. Towns spring up along the canal's muddy edge. Children play on the banks. Mules tug gently at lines. The country stretches westward, one slow lock at a time. And then there is cotton. Cotton is king, but its rule is silent and brutal. In the South, enslaved people labor from dawn to dusk, picking, sorting, baling. Their stories are seldom recorded. Their songs are soft, mournful, and float through the humid air like ghosts. The cotton gin, another invention, makes the process faster, but not easier. In the North, factories begin to rise, brick by brick, floor by floor. Smoke stacks like fingers pointing toward a gray sky. Inside, women and children feed looms that never stop. The clack of machinery is constant, but outside, the streets are quiet. Men read newspapers in silence. Storefronts open slowly each morning. History ticks forward, one quiet revolution at a time. The railroads arrive, not with thunder, but with a long, low whistle. Trains chug slowly at first, then faster. Iron rails stretch like vines across valleys and prairies. People stare at them in wonder, unsure what they mean. A journey that once took weeks can now be done in days. But most people still walk, or ride in wooden wagons. They pack salted pork, flatbread, and hope. Westward expansion is not sudden, it is steady. Wagons roll out across dry grass, wheels creak, axles snap, children sleep beside barrels of water, mothers mend socks by firelight, fathers squint at the horizon. They do not rush, they endure. Towns appear, then disappear. Names are forgotten. Some succeed, most do not. And all the while, the land waits. Farmers plow strange soil, rain is scarce, winters are long. But letters are sent home, slow and smudged. We are alive, they say. It is hard. And still, the trains run, and the prairie stretches, and history continues, softly, sleepily. By mid-century, wires begin to snake across the nation. The telegraph arrives, not with noise, but with a tap-tap of tiny hammers. Messages travel faster than horses. "What hath God wrought?" the first one asks. But most people still rely on word of mouth, on postmen and neighbors, on gossip at the market. Electricity flickers into cities, one bulb, then two, then whole buildings. But in rural homes, oil lamps still rule the night. Candles flicker beside cradles. People still write with quills, still keep ledgers by hand, still dream in silence. Inventions come quickly, sewing machines, steamships, elevators, but adoption is slow. A woman may keep using her grandmother's butter churn long after the first factories offer faster ways. A man may prefer his mule to a mechanical thresher. Change doesn't arrive in a single morning. It arrives in whispers. And then, the war. Civil. Brother against brother. But again, we will not follow the battles. We will stay with the stillness, with the mothers waiting on porches, with the towns that send sons away and receive silence in return. With every headline, there is a quiet kitchen. With every cannon blast, there is a baby learning to walk. In the South, the smoke settles over burned fields. In the North, mills work harder. But everywhere, people hope only to survive. They do not cheer. They pray. They sleep uneasily. And when it ends not with a bang, but with exhaustion. A sigh that spreads from Virginia to Vermont. The war is over, they say, but grief lingers. The years that follow are slow, broken. Reconstruction comes with confusion, with debate. Freed men walk into towns, uncertain of where to go. Others refuse to accept the new world. Violence simmers, laws shift, dust settles, factories grow, cities swell. Immigrants arrive at Ellis Island with tired feet and heavy trunks. They build tenements, sweep floors, sew buttons, and dream of stillness. But there is little quiet in the city. Out west, the last frontier fades. Native peoples are pushed away, their stories lost to ledgers. Buffalo disappear. Railroads cross their sacred lands. And in the dust, a quiet shame rests. It is now the late 1800s. The United States has changed. But the people, not so much. They still sit by windows and watch the weather. They still tend gardens, still boil coffee over open flame, still walk to church, still gather around tables as candles burn low. The Gilded Age brings fortunes to some, but for most, it is simply another day of work, another night of aching feet and soft dreams. Typewriters clack, trolleys hum, street lamps buzz. But under blankets, in quiet rooms across the country, people lie down and listen to the hush of history. You have drifted through more than 100 years of slow change, through fog and parchment, over rail and river, through war and whisper. You have heard not the noise of progress, but its breath, the long, low hum of ordinary lives. And now, you may rest too. As the pages of America's past close softly around you, let the stillness settle. Let your breath grow slow. Let sleep find you, as it once found those who built a nation, not with fire and fury, but with footsteps, fence posts, and folded hands. Good night.